All right. So, the street we're gonna go play now. Is there a motion to, well, let's call it to order, I guess, at what time?
36.
4:36. Did you change your clock?
You changed it.
Okay, acceptance of the agenda, a motion.
Yeah, exactly. But how does it come back sort of selectively, but there must be something where.
What's that?
Sarah's microphone.
Oh,
And, who?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's separate.
Okay.
but you can still, remember how to.
Yeah, I can hear you. You guys went out, but I'm back.
Can you
Can you
mute your
hear?
screen?
Yes.
There's a lot of noise in here. No.
Hearing you.
Can you mute, please? Because we're picking up a lot of noise in your room.
Background noise.
Yes, can do that too.
Is there a discussion?
Sorry, I apologize. I thought I was mute. Hold on.
Okay.
That's why she was.
Is there any discussion on the accepting of the agenda? No? All in favor? Aye? Unanimous? Okay. Approval of the minutes from February 16th. Your motion
Motion.
and second was,
Second, guys.
Second.
okay, thank you. All in favor? 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. All right, any public? Nay, Winnie, okay. Are you a member of the public?
No.
Not
Coming up on
technically. Right.
very soon under reports.
Okay.
Just going to be power.
He's going to reach first, okay. Breaking the ice for, okay, hearing none, let's move on to the report for friends.
I report from the Friends. So April 1st, their first trivia night here at the library. Doors open at 5:30. Starts at 6 p.m., $25 at the door. They're very excited about it.
So what time is it from?
6 to 7. Doors open at 5:30. Sabrina Allen is writing the questions and they're literary and local. So that's their trivia night. They're still working on Fridays at 5, narrowing down authors. They have a few new members as well on the Friends, which is great.
All right, thank you. There you have, announcements as far as you feel with any other announcements. Hearing none, we can move forward. We do have a letter from Otis Elevator. There's a printout at each position about this. Essentially, the control panel is not available because it's been made obsolete, and so they're talking about upgrading the control panel and circuit board to the tune of $19,800. There's no warranty offered on any of this, and there are a few questions, so I'm suggesting that we do more research on it before we take action on it.
We should get prices from other elevator companies.
Well, we can't because the whole system is Otis.
It's proprietary. Only they can work on their elevator or it can't be guaranteed.
No, but
This is actually
at
further.
this point, from what I heard from someone else, another broker that I know, which she got prices on elevators for the houses.
Mhm.
The price for the whole system is less than their control panel.
Okay.
And there is an elevator company up the island, so I have to be talking to the owner one day. In relation to other things, but they actually make them, I didn't get prices from him, but I keep knowing.
Well, I mean, if we were considering replacing the entire elevator, that could run into some. major
That's what I'm
problems.
thinking too. So you have a problem if it's proprietary to that elevator. And if the remodeling or doing the building to replace the elevator is gonna cost a fortune. But that is stuck.
But I wanna research what they're offering first, and we can also entertain other ideas,
Other ideas.
okay? Is
We
that
should have a
in line the
warranty.
way that we should, that
Yes.
there's an agreement to move that way?
Does the elevator work now?
Yes,
Yes, and the letter actually is from their last inspection, which it passed the inspection. So for the upgrade information,
basically what they're saying is you need to do this now before it breaks, and then you can't get the parts to services because they're obsolete, they aren't made anymore. And then you're stuck upgrading it. And in theory, you need to pay the 19,800 in full so that they'll initiate the ordering of the boards, which seems a little bit kind of weird.
Do you think it's a scam just to get business and make money?
Well, like I said, I want to talk to them and find out a little bit more. So that's why I'm asking to take a look for now.
Question, what triggered this?
The fact that they
I mean,
are
is it a
making
yearly-
parts.
Okay, so it's a yearly thing, they come and inspect kind of thing, or?
Yep.
Okay.
which
And
we
then,
passed.
But it's nothing's wrong with what it's,
well,
they use a scam tactics.
no, I just, don't think so, but, so they, and how often, so the letter they give you every year
Mhm.
for the compliance, I'm assuming, but they inspect it
Once a year.
but,
They expect it once a year, but this isn't necessarily from the inspection. This is just they real,
right.
we're obsolete and so they're saying this to everyone
Who
who has the elevator of this age.
Okay,
The issue with, I understand getting more information, but we also want, if something should happen, then we could be stuck for a long time with no elevator and we'd not be ADA compliant. And, so, but, yeah.
so pretty much everybody got a similar letter, who has similar feet, yes, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just us, they're not right, because we passed,
Right,
we're good, it's
Right.
working.
right, just that it needs, yeah.
Right.
I will
They just
figure
wanna
it
make
out.
money though.
To what you're saying, find out how perimeter.
Well, I think we just need more information,
More
but that's not necessarily.
That's not like you pick up the phone book. You know, you pop the elevator, so it's.
No, because that might invalidate
Right.
the service agreement that we have. in place.
Only they can work on this elevator, so it's accept this or not, or get a whole new elevator, that's. Kind of the options, I think,
What a business.
yeah,
Sounds
I
like
remember
it,
where,
yeah.
on video, okay.
Okay, anyway, so, my preference would be to do a little bit more homework. If that's an agreement, could we,
I'm with you.
okay,
Okay, I'll make a
Not
motion
like
to get more information and take whatever today.
So that's.
As president.
That's logical.
Yeah, you gotta find
One
out.
else on the-
Right.
Double whammy. Okay,
okay, so the motion is up for John, is there a second?
Yeah, I was saying.
Okay. Thank you. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Hearing none, thank you very much. Reports.
You just had a youth services. Your turn.
Sure.
I think such a head of youth and Shannon, I'm the head of youth services in 2019. I just wanted to give you guys some updates on the things that we've been doing in the department. We've been focusing a lot on outreach right now. We have secured and set up monthly visits to Green School. So Rich, my colleague, he's our children's librarian, and myself, we go there once a month on a Monday. It's a preschool class of 12 kids. We read them some books. It's great because he has a guitar, so we bring a guitar, we sing songs, and we provide them in the craft. Some of the kids have actually started coming to the library because they don't go to Green School every day. So we see them in the afternoon sometimes, in the morning, and they're like, "Oh, you come to the school?" And I'm like, "We're at the library." So it's really exciting. We still have a monthly visit from Sagaponic School. They use us as their main library. They don't have one. It's 5 kids right now. They're a great group of kids. We love doing what we can for them, providing them with service. But before you guys all leave today, if you want to look in the children's room, there's a big butterfly that they painted. It's hanging up on one of our windows. It'll be up there until about May, and then we'll have them do a summer one. It'll be up there for the whole summer. The public really loves it. We put a little sign that says Sagaponic School made it, and then we get a bunch of talks about it. We've also, I don't know if you guys know about what Bridgehampton School, their after school program that they have started. They have an Aspire program. From what I understand, they got a grant from the state. It's like a 5-year program, 3 or 5 years, where every day after school, they're providing activities to the kids, snacks and transportation to and from the school. It goes until 4:45. They have a bunch of different programs that they offer, like rock camp and things that we can't really do ourselves. So I was able to talk to Mr. Miller, the principal over there, and we now go there for part of the after school program. So on Mondays, we're with 2nd graders and we just read them a bunch of books, sing some songs, bring coloring pages. And on Thursdays, we're with teens. I will say it's been difficult with the teens. Prior to COVID, we had probably 20 teens who were coming here every day. Right now, if we see 4 a week, it's a lot. So we are trying very, very, very hard to get the teen population back. So we're hoping that this after school program will help us. I'm working on more outreach, trying to see if I can work with the Bridgehampton Child Care Center, because they have a lot of teen programming that they do over there as well. But all in all, we've been doing really well. Our story times are very busy in the morning. Our afternoon programs see some people that come to for the older kids. Children's room is doing great, and we're working very hard to get the teen department back up to some semblance of a constant stream of teens.
Is that mostly Bridgehampton?
It's mostly Bridgehampton from the public school.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, it's pretty much 3 years exactly to the day when COVID happened. So you're basically through almost the entire, like a whole high school thing or a whole middle school, you know, they've all shifted a lot. So it is about getting those new kids who
Yeah,
weren't
we
here
saw-
because they were little.
Exactly. We saw a lot of this cohort group, right?
And maybe outreach to the parents that aren't able to take care of them to come here.
Yeah, that's what we're,
Staying in school.
that's what we're trying. And I will say, Mr. Miller, the principal, like I said, he's very, very good with us. And anytime I have a question, I'll just randomly call and be like, hey, can I come tomorrow during the lunch period? He's like, yeah, great, no problem. So he is very good with us and is allowing us to try and get that outreach out. I'm very grateful for that. So I'm coming up with a bunch of flyers to send out to him that he can, they have a parent portal that we can post on the portal for them, and hopefully maybe send like an e-blast out to them so that we are a service and they are welcome here and they can be here by themselves. So
Interesting. I heard a lot of kids have gotten away from the contact of public and being on their computers and phones. So is that an issue that you have to break?
yes, definitely,
That's
definitely.
what
Well,
I'm
you know,
gathering from
remote
other
learning.
places. They're all
Yeah,
little.
yeah. And it's not just our library, it's so many libraries across the island. I was just at a teen department head meeting this morning, and there was probably at least 10 other libraries who still have a super either small group of kids or hardly any coming. So we're all trying to figure out ways and knock our heads together.
Some of the, I'm just trying to remember sort of pre-COVID as well, it seemed like there was maybe some field trips which were really popular. I
Yes.
know Tom House, who used to be a board member, I know trying to get a lot of his kids involved in like,
Yeah,
there was like a poetry slam and they did like, some trips to like maybe escape room, I don't know, something where the library could, so maybe asking.
What they're
You know,
interested
yeah,
in,
what
yeah.
those things, because again, it'd be
Definitely.
different than what they were.
yeah.
But-
Have to try and offer, I mean.
Yeah.
They're, like I said, they're offering like a rock camp and then they're taking them ice skating in
Yeah.
it's either Southampton or they're, I don't know,
Or Buckskill.
Clubhouse.
Mm.
Yeah,
Ice
well,
skating.
Buckskill.
Right, so they're taking them to all these, so I'm trying to come up with programming to do at the school that's gonna somehow compete with those options, so. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it, so it's a drive to try and get them back here.
the worthy challenge.
Yes, I love a good challenge. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Very
much.
good.
Thank you for listening.
No,
Not personal,
you know, stay as long as you want.
No, she's gone again.
She was on it.
Well, she signed on and tried to get in, and then did she pull out? Everything?
By the time I got there to let her in, she's gone.
You wanna, that's external, so you wanna come back.
All right,
Any questions on the other? So the capital campaign is, you know, we've started it. We're reviewing documents for the pre-campaign study. I have a very initial donor list, which we had a pre-campaign study committee met and came up with some names as well as from our GiftWorks database. So if anyone would like to take a few minutes after, just take a quick look, because we're gonna be revising it, but this is the initial list from that
It's the
meeting.
interview list.
This is it, right, thank you, Joe. This is the list for the interviews in the pre-campaign study. So it's basically library patrons, previous donors to understand what the library is going to do, give their insights into it, and maybe suggest other donors. So that's that.
Well, one of the things I took away from the meeting was they didn't want us to just give big names right now. We're gonna get one shot at some of the bigger potential donors. And so this is not the time for that,
This is not.
which was a little bit surprised, like we kind of
Yeah.
pushed them on that because we want to get those people to start talking, but they were like, their view was, you're only gonna have one shot. Don't kind of blow it too, right?
Right,
Many
because-
people, you get
yeah.
one shot, that's it. You don't catch their attention, the first few words of the presentation, they're going.
H2M is coming on Monday to meet with us and review the plans, discuss updates to it. So I've asked staff members to, you know, because it's been a long time, so we have a wish list going for more things. Think big. If there's anything that you think of that we want to add to that, that would be wonderful. One being new audiovisual system, and I've been contacting companies to talk to them about how we want to do the audiovisual here and in the literacy realm. Our beautiful new spring newsletter, which Shannon helped put together, so gorgeous, I don't know if you've seen it, is out, and we have a bunch of upcoming highlights. Long Island Reads, also we have a censorship discussion. If you're interested in learning about censorship and how it's affecting librarians and libraries, come on March 30th. It'll be in person here at 5:30 from Terry Lucas, who is director at Shelter Island, and another librarian from, I think, West Hampton. Also, Shred Day is planned right after tax time. We're doing that with the Bridgehampton Fire Department. April 20th, bring your documents, the fire department. Also, in our Voices program, Ann Sanford is very excited to be doing an event here on April 30th at 6 p.m. And I encourage you to come to that. And then all of our wonderful children's, Bridge Kids and YA, I know we're gonna have a guitar class. Maybe, yay! And lots of celebrations. Yeah, lots of celebrations, St. Patrick's Day, Dr. Seuss, and of course, the annual egg hunt, Saturday, April 8th.
Okay, that's the egg hoovering.
Egg, what did they call that? What does she call that?
Fandango.
Fandango. We might change it to egg hunt Fandango. I'm not gonna tell you who the Easter Bunny is,
I
but,
already heard about the 600 eggs.
oh no, it's not 600, Daniel, how many?
4,000
Thousands. Bring your own basket.
4,000 eggs.
Yeah.
And he came back home and he said, "Mommy," and I was. Oh, 600.
600, 6,000.
Those are the obvious.
He was like crazy.
The spice of the month is back. If you were up in Danielle's office, it smelled of fenugreek. Pick some up, and we've already given away how many? Over like 60, 70.
and 60.
Yeah, so we're happy that that's back.
Good question.
Oh, sorry.
If I may ask without too much. Are we having censorship issues as far as the library being censored? on
Long,
things?
everywhere is having sense. We haven't had anything yet here, but we have to be ready because it's on Long Island, it's everywhere in the country. Censorship issues, yes.
Hmm.
So I think come and you'll hear more about it. We do have some upcoming outreach and benefit events. I've mentioned the trivia. Hampton 5K and half marathon, Saturday 6th. We are going to have a water table. I could use a few more people.
Okay,
Yes, Deborah?
I will.
Okay, great.
I might be staffing on, so, because we usually do.
Oh, so you do your own?
Yeah, but if I'm not, I'll be there.
Okay.
Kids, so I'll
All right.
let you know.
Maybe Louise. We do have some staff members, which is great, but it would be nice to have some board members too.
It's really fun. I mean, they're great.
I'm excited.
We hand out bookmarks instead of.
Don't think
They'll
they
all
like
have-
this. It's just need lots of cleanup.
Yeah.
Because remember, you have to clean up all of the cups afterwards. So that's
It is
part of
fun.
the job.
Yes, I've done it before in other places.
I like
Fun,
the
fun.
boys with Tina.
Okay, the boys, bring the
Boys like
boys.
Tina.
It is Saturday, May 6th. I don't have the exact time, but I think the race starts at 9 o'clock. but
Yeah.
we just set up a little earlier. Talked about Fridays at 5. Tom had arranged for a benefit concert at the Bridgehampton Presbyterian Church. It is at the moment on hold because a singer needs.
Surgery, one of their knee surgery, and they scheduled it for a date prior to the proposed concert date. So we're, well, it had already been delayed, and she was like, I can't do it until after the 26th.
Right.
Right now, they are looking at potentially doing it on the 27th, if they go the next day. But we're not sure whether we have enough singers to make that.
So it could be April 27th, but you'll keep us posted on that.
I would assume.
Okay, the annual report was completed and submitted on March 2nd with a lot of help from Danielle, Shannon, and Jen. Very excited to press send on that, but it's good. We still have some staff members going to supervisor training. We're doing a lot of cross training and we are reviewing applications and interviewing for children's and reference. I'll talk more about that later. Cassie, phase 3, Monday. And we already talked about the elevator issue. And that's basically it. We're busy. And vendors, yes, just because that just means I have to start working on the next year's budget, so I have to go to the vendors and get their numbers, and I've started doing that.
Is that something that was?
I mean, not necessarily.
Okay. That it?
There's a lot more.
Okay, is there looking to accept my charges?
Make a motion.
Second.
So,
Well, I had see you did it first.
Right.
Sorry. You get the next one.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Actually been signed back on Joe's on iPhone right now.
Has he left?
He's left the building now.
Yes, he's no longer at the meeting.
All right.
The house was not part of it.
Correct. Okay. Okay, very good. You want to go over
That's right.
okay. So back when we had Harry here doing a presentation. It became, brought to our attention that with release of pressure, Harry, the advisor, moving funds to Merrill Lynch. Merrill Lynch said this was not a, clean cut recommendation from them. And so we're going to, believe that there's a, is there a policy change?
There's a
Resolution.
resolution to undo that.
There is.
There is a
Basically,
resolution
yeah.
to undo that.
Should be.
Very good. So,
Which will go by the.
D.
letter D, I believe. So, that's coming up, designation of reserve.
Did
funds.
we?
Yeah.
Was Joe gonna reach out to?
We have done that. but
Okay,
we
so
want
that's gonna
to-
be on for the next couple of
Right,
months,
I,
okay.
I will be updating. Yeah, I've already had 2 meetings with them. Later on. The finance committee has met and came up with a few ideas. Did you want to speak to those? As far as where we were
Well,
going?
Joe was gonna see it, but,
Okay,
but we
Joe
already
is there.
have
Does Joe wanna-
designations. I think he's not. But,
no, he's on.
He's on, there he is.
okay,
Hello.
Joe, do you wanna talk about designation of funds?
Yeah, so we spoke as a team around taking all of the capital that the bank has and designating into different accounts. So I think that's whether it's an operating account, a long-term account, and then trying to create extra yield, given that interest rates are very high right now, and depending on what happens in the next few days, maybe they'll get even higher. So I think that's one project. And then did we want to talk a little bit about after having Merrill Lynch come in, also having York Bridge come in?
Well, we did discuss that, and I think we're gonna do
Okay.
a recommendation for next meeting.
And have
Okay, got it.
If that's a direction that you all are willing to pursue.
I think we need to get, like a
Yeah.
presentation of what
Right,
he thinks
Okay.
we should do with it and.
but I just
like,
wanted to run that past the board. We're talking
Yeah.
about with Ted Dixon, who's
Yeah.
2 doors down.
I do have a question, if. Do we have to have any kind of bidding tactic for professional services, or just someone we're comfortable with? I mean,
It depends on the price range.
I don't think for this type of thing, because it's not really like a big management fee and those types of things. I think it just will depend on the due diligence
Pretty
of-
standard.
And I do have,
Right, yes, yeah.
I do have the financial statements that show, and if you wanna take one a pass, but right now we do have designated assets for future major repairs and capital projects, $500,000, retiree sick pay, $5,000, unemployment claims, $1,000. So that's just our current,
Okay.
our current designations, and there's some more financial information as well for that kind of thing.
Look at it, leisure. So.
Would you send this to Joe?
I send it to everyone on the finance committee.
Okay.
I was gonna say, this looks.
Yeah, because it's the audit.
It's what we did,
It's from the audit, yeah,
Okay.
Just so you know, we're talking, yeah.
Okay. So,
So basically, I think as we gather more of that information of how we want to manage it, who and in what particular way, then I think that will all firm up together, it sounds like.
okay, so you want me to try and get Ted to come next month?
I think that would be good, yeah.
Okay, very good. I'll speak to him. Thank you. Material renovation, we just discussed the H2M that's coming Monday. The retention credits,
Still working on it.
okay. And the other thing is the
Oh, I,
thermal
yes,
wells, but we
Yeah.
talked a little bit about that, and so we weren't gonna try and rip them out, right?
right. I talked to Martyrs and, I went over to the museum, took pictures. It is a Norway fir. And they are just getting me prices for, different sizes and what it would cost to purchase and plant one rather than move that one, which it's not ours anymore.
Right.
And I don't think we can do it. We have to take down all the boxwoods. But anyway, they're working on that.
That's a good way to approach it though, if you just want to possible.
Yeah.
$5,000 maybe.
Right, or maybe
And we
some-
might kill it in.
Right, I mean,
right.
that could actually be a naming opportunity, maybe someone in the capital campaign would like to donate the Norway group, or maybe
Okay.
more.
That's always a good way of.
That's
I don't
actually
think
option for a company.
Okay, so, we'll continue to pursue that.
Yes,
Okay. Any other unfinished business? Okay. New business? The policy committee met and came up with a employment with relatives and nepotism policy. And, that is your package. Did you have any questions about that?
No. I think it's some big family.
Any questions or, phrases? So the motion to, close this ongoing discussion, resolve. Yes, sir. Did you want to say
I
something?
think that was that sounds
Motion.
good.
The motion,
Making the motion,
Was it okay?
yes.
Okay,
I'll second it.
okay. That isn't in, the,
It's an operational resolution. A.
resolution, yeah,
So we've done A and we've crossed out C.
right, but, so do you want to
And
write that in now, is what you're saying?
well, it's A we just did, right?
That's,
Okay.
was there a second to that?
I second.
Yeah,
Okay.
was that Sarah?
So, yeah.
yeah.
All in favor of that? Yes?
Yes.
Any opposed? Very good. And we took out, we're gonna put C on hold,
C goes on hold and D we did also.
Put those on.
yes. Did we take,
Actually,
no, we didn't vote on the, we
We
discussed it,
I thought we did that one.
Yeah, we.
well, that's
just
just
had a
terminating
vote.
Merrill Lynch.
right,
Yeah, I
but,
thought we did that.
but we didn't
We didn't vote.
say,
we didn't vote.
we didn't take a motion and a second to vote. Okay, so,
But we did that one, 'cause that was when we need to stay ahead.
go
So,
back to the video.
well, no, but that's why when it's sometimes confusing if you do the motions in the middle as opposed to.
Right,
Yeah,
I just
because
was
then you're
doing
not
this
sure.
discussion, yeah.
Actually, so we're holding off on. I don't have a. Some movie that.
We don't.
That's why I thought we
Let's
did.
do it at the end.
Yeah,
Do it all at the end.
let's do it every now.
Yeah.
And annual report for public missing,
Which I already discussed, which has been submitted.
but we just have to do a couple of resolutions.
Yes.
Okay. Stephanie,
To go into.
Yeah,
entry,
So I'll make a motion to go in at 4:10.
thank you. And we will stop the recording. Use this second. Vote.
Here we go.
All in favor?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All in favor of exiting the executive session? Aye.
Hi.
Frank? Okay, we are up to financials. Is there a motion to put those in?
Consent agenda, ABC.
consent?
Can I just say one?
Yes.
Yes.
We received over 50% of our tax revenues from both districts. I'm hoping maybe me going to talk to Jay Schneider helped. Because usually it's just dribs and drabs and we'll see how it goes going forward, but.
Okay. So I will make that motion for A, B, and C on the financials.
Very good, all in favor? Aye. Operational resolution. Letter A. Approve the updated employment relative to policy as it has been renamed as the Hampton Library Anti-Nepotism Policy. So. Okay,
Okay.
Didn't we do this one?
we did this.
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah motion.
Yeah, all in favor.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
There we go.
Right now, how many people do we have voted? We have
Six.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
Why?
Because we have to care.
No.
Joe can't vote
Sarah
because he left,
Sarah.
but Sarah is on.
Sure.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Six.
What was the other one?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5,
I
6.
forgot how you tell. Sorry. Ouch. That's because you're the president.
Oh, sorry. Okay, letter B.
So move.
That is good.
All those in favor?
Yep.
Alright. Very good.
This next one's table, right?
Table
Correct.
say,
We voted on that tabling already. Resolved with the board of trustees, letter D.
I have a motion.
Okay. I'll second. If I'm allowed to. And, all those in favor?
I'll second. I didn't used to second and stuff when I was president. I don't think,
Okay,
you're running it, I think.
okay, never mind.
I think.
Okay. All in favor? Sarah? Yeah. Okay. 6, and we're done.
It was almost 6.
I have a motion
Adjournment.
for adjournment.
Okay. Second,
I'll second
okay.
I'm
All
not
those
here.
in favor?
it. Oh, no.
Who did the motion for adjournment?
Deborah.
Okay.
Let's see her.
Yeah, I'll see all three of these, one for
These
these.
two.
Okay, are we still recording or?
Yes, we are. We can turn off the recording.
We can stop recording.
If anyone would like to look at this list.
Here.
I will.